Good to be with you again. Bill Pfeiffer speaking from Marysfield. Again, if you can press the like button and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. So good to be with you. Each time that we gather like this, I'd like to make sure that you leave a little bit different than when you came to spend this time with me. It's really important that we do the essential things. That is, do the things that touch our intellect, the word truth, and touch the things that change our hearts, so that from this time that you give to this, that something happens inside of you, that you're a little bit different 5 minutes from now than you were at this particular moment. I think that's really important. I always intended to do that each time I walked into a classroom. I wanted those students to be different at the end of that 40 or 80 minutes, whatever it happened to be, and I think that we try to accomplish that, or did accomplish it in most cases. Nice story first today. There was once a businessman who was sitting by the beach in a small Brazilian village. As he sat, he saw a Brazilian fisherman rowing a small boat toward the shore, having caught quite a few big fish. The businessman was impressed and asked the fisherman, "How long does it take you to catch so many fish?" The fisherman replied, "Oh, just a short while." "Then why don't you stay longer at sea and catch even more?" the businessman asked. The fisherman replied, "Oh, this is just enough to feed my family." The businessman then asked, "So what do you do for the rest of the day?" The fisherman replied, "Well, I usually wake up early in the morning, go out to sea and catch a few fish, then go back and play with my kids. In the afternoon, I take a nap with my wife, and as evening comes, I join my buddies in the village for a drink. We play guitar, sing, and dance throughout the night." The businessman offered a suggestion to the fisherman. "I am a PhD in business management. I could help you become a more successful person. From now on, you should spend more time at sea and try to catch as many fish as possible. When you have saved enough money and spent enough time at sea, you can buy a bigger boat and catch even more fish. Soon you will be able to afford to buy more boats, set up your own company, your own production plant for canned food and distribution network. By then you will have moved out of this village into Sao Paulo, where you can set up headquarters to manage your other branches." The fisherman continues, "And after that?" The businessman laughs heartily. "After that, you can live like a king in your own house. And when the time is right, you can go public and float your shares in the stock exchange, and you will be rich." The fisherman asks, "And after that?" The businessman says, "After that, you can finally retire, and you can move to a house by the fishing village, wake up early in the morning, catch a few fish, and then return home to play with the kids. Have a nice afternoon nap with your wife, and when evening comes, you can join your buddies for a drink, play the guitar, sing and dance throughout the night." The fisherman was puzzled. "Isn't that what I am now doing?" What did the fisherman have that the businessman did not have? How do you think Steve Jobs would answer that particular question? What did the fisherman have that the businessman did not have? Remember Steve Jobs' last words? Not quite last, but very close to it. He died of cancer at 56. He said, "I reached the pinnacle of success in the business world. In others' eyes, my life is an epitome of success. However, aside from work, I have little joy. I realize that all the recognition and wealth I accumulated and took so much pride in have paled in the face of my impending death." Poor Steve, he didn't understand the real world. He didn't understand the human spirit. He didn't understand what success, true success, meant. All he understood it was in terms of money, and that really isn't a good answer to that question. How do you think Mother Teresa would answer that question? What did the fisherman have that the businessman didn't have? Mother Teresa says that we shouldn't be interested in so much in success as in faithfulness to our particular call, faithfulness to the truth. How do you think Thomas Merton would answer that particular question? Remember his strong, powerful words about success that we used a while back? He said, if I had a message to my contemporaries, it is surely this: be anything you like, be madmen, drunks, and bastards of every shape and form, but at all costs avoid one thing: success. If you are too obsessed with success, you will forget to live. If you have learned only how to be a success, your life has probably been wasted. The words in Proverbs are, where there is no wisdom, the people perish. Was our fisherman in the story today a real wise man? Not a PhD, but a simple, wise man who had a heart that penetrated deeply into the truth of the human heart, into what really in fact is success, and not just what looks like a success in the world of business. We have to ask ourselves those questions, and whether or not it is our own need for control, our own need for money, for greed, for whatever it might be, that is pushing us around to the point where we're no longer free, and we end up being not unlike the businessman. PhD, I'd love to hear his answer on his deathbed. What is it that really mattered most? I spent all my time going to the office. I spent all my time making money, inch-thick rugs, bigger cars and houses and vacations. I wish I could go back being a fisherman, back to the sea. Truth always is the most important thing. If we want to be happy tomorrow, we have to do the truth today. It looks like the fisherman in our story won when it came to that particular situation. God bless you. Good to be with you. See you again soon.